Thanks for joining us. This is News TITBIT on Equity Television. I am Hafsat Badiru. Nasarawa State Governor Engineer Abdullahi Sile flags off distribution of 30,000 bags of 10 kilograms of rice donated to the state by the Aliko Dangote Foundation. The rice was distributed to the indigents, disabled, religious organizations, security, and journalists across the 13 local government areas of the state in the spirit of Ramadan.
Dangote did this last year, the distribution of rice, 1 million bags of this 10 kg throughout Nigeria. This year, he's doing the same, distributing 1 million bags of the 10 kg throughout Nigeria. They are distributed according to either population or the recognition of the state by the foundation. This is to thank the Dangote Foundation because of the recognition being given to Nasarawa State. We are not one of the most populated states, but because Dangote Foundation believes that we have the vulnerable people in the state, that is the reason why we are among the top 10 of the states that are actually receiving this. 2007, each local government, and each local government will get this equally. What we did was to take all these associations from the local government so that we don't find a problem where it goes to the local government and it begins to go through, to say that police were not given, BSS were not given this. That's why we have removed their own and then set it aside. So when we get there now, they are not going to be part of the sharing. They can only help us to supervise. All the sharing will be supervised by the traditional rulers, preferably at the palaces of the traditional rulers.
The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has reversed the land titles of 4,794 property owners in 10 districts of the nation's capital over non-payment of ground rents for over 10 years. The Senior Special Assistant to the FCT Minister on Public Communications and Social Media, Lere made this disclosure while briefing journalists at the FCT's administration's headquarters in Abuja. Lere explained that over 6 billion naira is owed to the FCTA by 8,375 property owners who are yet to pay their ground rent. He also announced the extension of grace period for over 3,500 landowners to pay their outstanding debts or risk revocation. Areas affected include Central Business District, Garki 1 and 2, Wuse 1 and 2, Maitama, Asokoro, and Guzape, respectively. The Apex Bank's management recently appointed new directors to fill diverse units within the bank. This is in a strategic move to strengthen operations and regulations oversight of the Central Bank of Nigeria. The new appointment aligned with the CBN's new strategy for 2024 to 2028, centered on the active involvement of all staff in the successful execution of its strategy. The involvement of PricewaterhouseCoopers, a globally acclaimed consultancy firm, in the selection process has been applauded by industry leaders as a good example of due process in key policy decisions and implementation process. According to the Central Bank, the recent appointment of 16 directors and the rigorous process followed to achieve the goal were indications of its priority and commitment to quality manpower. The CBN under Olayemi Cardoso recently unveiled the new CBN strategy for 2024 to 2028, emphasizing that the active involvement of all staff is crucial to ensuring ownership and successful execution of the strategy. Justice Inyang Ekwo of the Federal High Court in Abuja has struck out preliminary objection of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, challenging the competence of the 100 billion naira import license suit instituted by Dangote Petroleum Refinery and Petrochemicals. Justice Ekwo, in a ruling, said that the NNPC failed to file a counter affidavit against Dangote Refinery suit, but rather filed a preliminary objection contrary to relevant laws guiding court proceedings. The judge added that where the issue of jurisdiction is raised, the court can address it at the time of judgment. He faulted the NNPC for flouting Order 16 of the Federal High Court rules by filing an incompetent preliminary objection against the refinery. Justice Eko held further that NNPC would not suffer any miscarriage of justice if Dangote Refinery amended its suit. On Dangote Refinery's application to amend its suit to properly cite the name of the NNPC, Justice Eko said the refinery's amendment suit is grantable. He subsequently approved the amendment of the refinery's suit. And that's it on Equity News Tidbit. Join us next time for another episode of the news. I am Hafsat Bajiru. Have a wonderful evening.